Welcome to Workshop Manager. It's great to have you here. Today I'm going to be showing you the full system of the Workshop Manager invoicing system with all the updates included in version 1.2. If you are new to Workshop Manager, here's a quick overview. Workshop Manager is an invoicing system, simple, affordable, and built for workshops. We developed Workshop Manager with one idea in mind: to assist workshops that are either heavily paper-based or still trying to establish themselves and looking for an affordable, easy-to-use invoicing system. Last thing, just before I do a walkthrough, to discuss our pricing model. We've got a R9 30-day license, so that's for the first month, you'll only be paying R9. And when you subscribe for the first time, we'll provide you with two options, either a R99 per month or a R999 per year option. And from there, if you do not cancel after your 30-day license, you will be debited according to the option that you've chosen. That would be an automatic debit from your account, which you've used to sign up and do the payment of the R9 in the first month. Okay, great stuff. Now let's get started. Subscribing for the first time, this would be then how you do it. So on our website, anywhere where it says start trial or get started, you click on that. You'll then opt between the monthly or the yearly option. So you can see that's what I was mentioning earlier. You'll then see you can click on the sign up now button. So this is for the essentials. We will be adding a higher tier option, which does include your reporting and inventory sections. And that will be coming soon to the workshop management system. Okay. In checkout, you're adding your billing information. So all the information you'd need on your invoice, a formal invoice. Please add that here and then agree to the terms and conditions and then sign up. From there, you'll be taken to the PayFast portal where you then add your card details. So I've just hidden my information that I've added in there. That's your card number, your expiry date, your CVV number, and your name on your card. Okay, then click pay. And from here, you'll then be asked to go to your banking app to accept the payment. Once it's accepted, you will see that the payment will then change to successful. And then you can click on the back button. If you don't have a banking app set, you might be provided with an OTP number, which you then have to enter, and then that would then approve the payment. Okay, then I click the back button. I can view the invoice directly from that page by clicking on the invoice button. Alternatively, you can just click proceed to dashboard. Now, how to set up your account when you first sign up to Workshop Manager. So you'll see on the dashboard page, when you scroll down, we have a getting started guide. So with that getting started guide, starting right at the top, we've got a logo area where you can upload your logo. You can also set it to either be large, medium, or small on your quotes or invoices for your customers. So you can play around with that setting to see what works best for you. And then thereafter, you'll see a lot of the information that you added when you were busy doing the checkout process in the previous section of this training video will pull through to this point. So you can then edit it. If there's something you left out or something you want to change, you can do that here quite easily. The most important thing to note would be your RMI memberships and your AA memberships. If you are one of those, specifically with your RMI, we do have that option where you can also include your MIWA membership. So if you are MIWA and RMI, you can toggle both options. Enter your membership number, and if you're also AA member, you can also add that with your membership number. So that's going to add your logos or the membership logos onto your quotes along with your numbers as well. The next very important part will then be your prefixes for both your customers and your job cards. So you'll see that there is a nice example just under the input box, just to show you how that will basically look with your created job. So starting from 1000, your next job will be 1001, and then the following one will be 1002, and so forth. Here's a quick example of how that looks on a job card. Thereafter, it will be your hourly labor rate that you charge. So you can see the currency, the VAT, which I can toggle on and off, and I can also show or hide the subtotal. And I'll show you in a little bit how that's going to look with the parts percentage markup. So that's how much you're marking up. If you do not charge VAT, then you'll leave the toggle off. And this is how it would look on your job card that would be pulled through to your quotes and invoices where there's no VAT charged. And likewise, if you are VAT registered, you'll toggle VAT on. I'll keep the subtotal so you can just see how that looks. And if you toggle the hide subtotals on, then that will just basically hide those subtotals. And once you're done setting your VAT, you can then move over to adding a bank account, which will be the one showcased on your quotes. One thing we did include in our last update was to add multiple bank accounts. So you can see there you can add multiple bank accounts, which will then you can showcase on your quotes or invoices for your customers. Then once you're done with everything, remember to click save. Okay, now we can move on to step 2, which would be importing your customer data. You don't have to do this, but if you already have a list, what you can do is download our template, and that would be basically an Excel spreadsheet. You populate all your customers' information in there, and then you upload it, and that will then save all your customers onto our database. So you can easily access them moving forward. Then step 3 would then be to start a job card. But focusing on the setup, if at any point you need to update your details, you can then click on the settings button at the bottom left under your menu. That will then open up all your profile information, and you can make any necessary adjustments thereafter. Under the settings tab, you'll then be able to update your password or delete your account if needed. Then under the subscriptions tab, you can view your subscriptions. Quite an important one here is you can actually update your card details linked to the subscription. Just simply click on the update card details buttons, follow the prompts to the Pay Fast portal, where you will then add your new card details as you did when you signed up, and it will be a R0 transaction to just make sure that the card details are valid. Next will be your messaging tab, which actually serves two purposes. First will be your email and WhatsApp templates, and the second will be your terms and any notes that you would like to add on your quotes and invoices. Under the email and WhatsApp section, you will see that there are default messages that you can edit, that you can very easily edit, and we also provide you with simple to use placeholders. For example, the customer name or the job card number that you can easily include, copy and paste into the subject line or into the message itself. So that will automatically pull the information and include it into the message that's sent either by WhatsApp or by email. Next is terms and notes. So these are any notes that you would like to add onto the quote or invoice. So first will be just a footer note. Following will be your payment terms, same like the email and WhatsApp templates. Once you add that information in, you'll just click the save button. And lastly, your warranty information. So that will all display at a specific area on the quotation itself. And then next will be your staff tab. This is where you can add staff members and assign job cards to them. We do plan to expand this in the future, where you can time track your technicians to see how many hours they've worked per job, where you can assign multiple staff members to a job card. But for now, it's just very straightforward. Now for the fun part, how to start your first job card. So once you click on the dashboard to start a job card, or you go onto the jobs tab on the menu, or you go into customers, I mean, there's many different ways, but you'll see there's many different buttons that say start job. From there, you'll then open a job card where you'll then first of all need to add a customer. If you already have a customer on the database, you can then simply search their name and they will then populate. If not, you will then have to add your first customer, and that's just simply adding in their details like their first name, last name, contact details, email, and any other information you might think is important. Also their company details, and then click save. From there, you can then add a vehicle to the customer. So if the customer is already existing and you already have a vehicle associated to that customer, it will automatically link that vehicle to the job card. If there are multiple vehicles, then it will list different vehicles, and once you select that vehicle, it will be linked to the job card. Or if you do not have any vehicles linked to the customer, then you would have to manually add the vehicle. From there, you can add the make, model, and type of vehicle, along with the fuel, VIN number, engine code, and any other important information of the vehicle. We also allow any attachments. For example, if you've got an inspection report that you've done or photos of the vehicle, then you can also include it here along with a vehicle description or any additional notes you would like to add. Then click Save to add it to the job card. I'll just quickly add a second car just to show you how you can change between vehicles. Easily add vehicles if it's an existing customer or a fleet company, and change between vehicles belonging to that specific customer. So simply click on the little X, and from there you'll see the list, and then you'll select the vehicle, and then that vehicle's details will then populate on the job card. The nice thing about Workshop Manager is that all this information is saved automatically. So your customer is saved and your vehicles are saved. So let me just leave here and then go to the customers list, and you'll see there's your customer already saved. And then over to the vehicles list, and you can then see there's the 2 vehicles linked to that customer. You can also edit it directly from here or delete it if needed. If you go into the customer record, you will first of all see the customer's details. You can add additional contacts. You'll see the company details, but more importantly, you'll see the vehicles, any jobs that are linked to the customer, and any additional information all linked in one place. So you can easily jump between information as needed. Now over to the jobs page, add a new job. And now that we've got this customer saved, I'll show you how you can easily search. From there, you can select the customer and you'll see the vehicles are automatically populated. Select the vehicle, and then from there, you can get started with the labor. So you'll see that the unit price is automatically included. This comes from the profile settings that you set earlier. You can then include your quality, and if you are VAT enabled on your account, you can also view the VAT rates. You can simply add new labor rows by clicking on the Add Labor Row button, and thereafter you can then add parts. So you'll see that you're able to add part numbers, warranty information, and then also the markup comes from your profile settings that you set earlier on. This can be changed if needed, and you can add new parts by clicking on the Add New Part row. If you are working for a fleet company, or if the service is for a fleet company, you can enable the fleet service where you will be able to add the merchant code, policy number, authorization number, and incident number as required. You can also include job notes, any attachments, and select the banking details you want to show on the quote. You can also include any booking information. So when the vehicle was booked in, when it's due by, any sort of reference or order number or booking description. And then you can add staff members, and then from there, click Save. Okay, now how to send a quote. This also applies for an invoice. The process is very much the same for both. On the job card page, I'm sure some of you saw it earlier, you just click on the Send Quote button. That's going to open up your template that you set under the settings, and you'll see that it automatically pulls in all your placeholders. So the job card number, the customer's details, and all of that. You can send a preview to yourself or copy to yourself, and you can also preview it yourself. So unfortunately, I lost the recording of the quote, so I just redid the one now on the tax invoice. There's no difference, it's just the quote and tax invoice difference. The rest is all the same. You've got the RMI, MIWA, and AA badges with your membership numbers. You've got your contact details or company contact details, or customers details, and the vehicle details. Underneath that, you've got the labor information with your totals. And then also your part information with the totals thereafter. You've then got your bank account details with your grand total next to it. You've got your payment terms. For a fleet service, you've got all the fleet information. you've got your warranty information, and right at the bottom, you have your footer notes. So that is how your quote and invoice will be looking. If you're not VAT registered, the VAT information will not be there. If you are not MIWA or RMI or AA accredited, then those logos will not appear. But other than that, the layout of look and feel of quote and invoice will both look very similar to what you're seeing now. Okay, then you click on send quote. That will automatically send an email to your customer, and with WhatsApp it will then open the WhatsApp, allowing you to send that message. In the past, we've been able to attach the invoice or quote, and it automatically gets attached to the WhatsApp message, where it seems like after a recent update of WhatsApp, that's no longer available to anyone. Therefore, you'll need to then just download the PDF and then attach it manually. So that would be when you're previewing it, you can then just save it to your device and then from there send it out. We are looking into ways of fixing this, but unfortunately it seems that WhatsApp has blocked us from using this functionality. So the quote has been sent successfully, and you'll see the status has been updated to quote sent. From there, you can click on the three dots to update the status, or you can click on the button which changes depending on your current status. So the three dots will provide you with more options. For example, waiting for parts, if you need to pause the job, or you can proceed to the point where you can then complete and invoice the customer. So that's where the quote changes from a normal quote into a tax invoice. Sending the invoice will be similar to how you sent the quotation. It will come up with its own template, which you can then send, and the process would be similar, where it will send automatically the email, and it will then open WhatsApp for you to send the WhatsApp message. Once the invoice has been sent to your customer, you'll then have the final status, which would be paid and closed. That means this job is completed. Okay, final tip before the end of this video. All of our tables, we offer a filter, first of all, so you can filter jobs, you can filter customers, invoices, so forth. You can also sort them. And then above each table, you'll see there's a little icon. And if you click on that icon, it will showcase all the different tables. By clicking the different columns, it will showcase all the different columns. By clicking on a column, you are activating or deactivating a column, making it that you only activate the columns you deem necessary, and that's just cleaning up the space to make it easier to filter through your customers. Well, thanks for watching this training video. If you are watching this on any social media platform, please feel free to let us know if there's anything we missed, anything you'd like to, if you have any questions on Workshop Manager. Until next time, cheers guys.